bitter, sweet victory today. The Miami Dolphins beat down New York Jets 34-13, more like 34-6. I'll get into why I think that way. What is up, Finn fans? I'm happy the Miami Dolphins are 8-3. They're 8-3 for the first time in a very long time. Number one in the AFC East. Now, there's still a lot of games that need to be played Sunday. I don't know why my brain didn't want to think of Sunday. But as of right now, if the season ended, the Dolphins are the number one seed, with the tiebreaker over Baltimore based on win percentage in conference games. We are 6-2. They are 5-3. So right now, if the season ended today, the Miami Dolphins are the number one seed. But the Chiefs still have to play, and the Ravens, I think, are on a bye. Yeah. But there's still games that have to be played on Sunday. That's here nor there. Bittersweet. Jalen Phillips definitely tore his Achilles. We all saw his calf pop up after what happened, and something needs to be done about AstroTurf or turf, or it needs to be grass. All stadiums need to have grass in it, and I'm just beyond pissed off at Woody Johnson and the Jets and MetLife Stadium, and it's just infuriating to me that you see your quarterback that you put so much time and effort into getting, a future Hall of Fame quarterback that your season relied on, go down tearing his Achilles, and you're like, well, I'm just going to keep the field the way it is. And it's not even like this is something new, because it's not. Since 2020, here's just a partial list of notable injuries suffered on MetLife turf. Nick Bosa tore his ACL. Solomon Thomas tore his ACL. Jimmy Garoppolo sprained his ankle. Raheem Mostert tore his MCL. Sterling Sharp tore his Achilles and his ACL. Robinson tore his ACL. Blake Martinez tore his Achilles. Shane Lumix, patellar tendon tear. Jabril Peppers, ACL tear. Kyle Fuller, ACL tear. Aaron Rodgers, Achilles tear. Al Woods, Achilles tear. Jalen Phillips, Achilles tear. Something needs to happen. Like Woody Johnson, get your head out of your butt. Fix your turf. Get rid of it. All teams should just have grass. Plain and simple. We can't have grass because we're in a cold area. Not my problem. You are hurting players. Player safety is supposed to be first. Fix it. Because, gosh, it was bad. And it's just... Tron Armstead gets hurt. He goes out. Lester Cotton gets hurt. He wasn't even playing. He was playing. Lester Cotton gets hurt. Tyreek Hill bangs his ankle up, tapes up, comes back in, thank God. Phillips, Achilles injury, and then Javon Holland at the end gets banged up. But I think they just took him out because they're like, look, we're beating the brakes off of him. Let's just move on from that. But, gosh... do something about your stadium, because it's horrible. Anyway, let's recap this. Because we beat them 34-13, should be 34-6, because of a garbage time touchdown that the Dolphins weren't even trying. Let's talk about it. Statistics. We go to the away team like always. Tua Tagovailoa, 21 for 30, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 77.5 quarterback rating. Tua had a bad day. It is what it is. Call a spade, a bad day. Now, if you want to look at passer ratings versus the Jets defense, Patrick Mahomes had a 63.6. Jalen Hurts had a 59.5. Justin Herbert had a 65.4. Josh Allen had a 62.7. Tua had a 77.5. That defense is good. But, again, no excuses. Hurts threw 3 interceptions, but still, Tua, my man, I love you. You're my quarterback. Obviously, you play for the Dolphins. I want to see you succeed, because when you succeed, the Miami Dolphins succeed. But for the love of God, stop throwing interceptions. How many weeks straight has it been since you've thrown an interception? Like, stop. Stop. And this one was dumb. And so many people are like, Doug, what does it mean, dumb interception? Aren't all interceptions dumb? Not necessarily. If you throw a pass and the wide receiver falls and it gets intercepted, that's not on the quarterback. That's not a dumb interception. You throw a pass to a wide receiver, it hits him and he throws the ball up in the air. We've seen that before. They try to catch it, intercepted. That's not the quarterback's fault. That's not dumb. When you throw an out route directly at their corner who takes it for 6, dumb. Dumb interception. Tua, you gotta be better, my man. And we even have a situation where he marched down the field and scored a touchdown afterwards, because on the next drive he throws an interception, trying to get into field goal range, and then coming out of the second half, nothing. We did nothing. We kicked a 54-yard field goal, though, to Sanders. Raheem Mostert, 20 carries for 94 yards, 4.2 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns, and he was sitting on my bench in fantasy. I just want to let you guys know on a little insight on how Dougley Do Wrong's fantasy works. I have the worst luck known to man. If a guy's sitting on my bench, he's going to have a huge game. And Raheem Mostert was sitting on my bench, and he had a huge game. He got me 20 points on the bench. So, there you go. This is why I don't draft Dolphin players, because I'm a jinx. Jalen Waddle, 8 catches for 114 yards. Tyreek Hill, 9 catches for 102 and a touchdown. 100 each for the boys. Tua Tagovailoa had a fumble. Braxton Berrios had a fumble. Tua's fumble was lost. I don't understand why that's on him. That should have been on Evans, because Evans closed his hand before the ball was there and it hit it. And then Braxton had a fumble, but he got it back, thank God. Raheem Mostert also had a fumble, but he got it back. And the defense, 7 sacks today. 7. 1 from Jalen Phillips, 2 from Christian Wilkins, 1 from Deshaun Hand, a second half from Emmanuel Ogbah, a sack from Zach Sealer, his first sack from Raekwon Davis. 7 sacks and 2 interceptions. 1 interception from Jerome Baker, and a 99-yard touchdown interception from Jevon Holland on a Hail Mary. You can't make it up. I'm going to release a short with my reaction to that, because I literally was sitting back and they were about to throw the Hail Mary, and I'm like, watch a pick 6 happen here or something. And boom, a pick 6 happened. Craziness, absolute craziness, but love it, right? That's the Dolphins statistics. Also, like I said, you got to give you flowers to Jason Sanders, 2 for 2 on field goals, 54-yarder. Do it. It's a windy day here in Jersey, so it wasn't an easy field goal. Tim Boyle, 27 for 38, 179 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He had a 67.8 passer rating. Breece Hall only had 7 carries for 25 yards. I told you. You know who's on my fantasy team? Breece Hall. You know who's in the lineup? Breece Hall. Prime example of DDW fantasy. Raheem Mostert on my fantasy team, but he was sitting on the bench. 20 fantasy points. Breece Hall on my fantasy team in the starting rotation. 7 carries, 25 yards. That's how I work. Garrett Wilson, 7 catches, 44 yards. Tyler Conklin, 4 catches, 33 yards. Garrett Wilson had the 1 garbage time touchdown. 2 fumbles by Tim Boyle. Both got him. Only 2 sacks on the day. Half from Solomon Thomas and a half from Michael Clemens and 1 from Bryce Huff. And then you had the pick 6 from Brandon Eccles and 1 interception from DJ Reed. Outside of that, you know. But looking at the game as a whole, the Dolphins defense was just dominant. We were getting pressure and sacks, just sending 4. It was just a day on the defense. Now the offense was moving at times. And it's like the 4th down play. I think it was 4th and 1. Tua threw a beautiful pass, and Tyreek just dropped it and hit him in the hands. And then, you know, of course, Sauce Gardner is going to act like he did something, but it hit him in the hands. There were some plays that I wish they did better. And then towards the end of the game, you know, it was 3rd and short, and we ran the ball. But Jeff Wilson Jr., 11 carries for 56 yards, 5.1 yards a carry. He's going to start getting in that rotation. We got a nice stretch, right? We got a little bit of a mini bye here, because we don't play until next Sunday, 1 o'clock, against the Washington Commanders. In Washington, unfortunately. Don't shower there. They don't got any hot water. But we're gonna get like Achan will be back, Robert Hunt will be back, like all these guys that were held out will be back. I don't know what's going on with the injuries, Teron Armstead or anything. Um, I'll give you more updates on that probably tomorrow, or maybe, yeah, maybe in the deeper dive tomorrow. But some little tidbits here and there. Tua Tagovailoa, now you're probably going to hear this again in the deeper dive tomorrow, has become the first Miami Dolphins player not named Dan Marino to throw for 3,000 yards in the first 11 games of the season. Beautiful. Beautiful. Mike McDaniel said Tua's going to say that can't happen, but it was right. I wasn't right in my play calling. Mike McDaniel took blame on the pick six. Tua also took blame on the pick six. He said he needs to be better. Essentially, his quote was, "Through these last stretches of having these games, I'm going to need to play better ball." Yeah, 100%. He has to stop the turnovers. Javon Holland said he's going to know about Jalen Phillips. He's going to know that he's loved and missed, but we're going to get out there and ball for him. That defense is going to be angry. And then, Raheem Mostert came out and said something about the turf, and then we have to do something. Mike was off a little bit. Like the first half, we called too many timeouts because it took a hot minute for them to get the play calling in. That's something that definitely needs to be worked on, where go in the bubble during practice and just blast music as loud as you can. You got to work on those things, because that is the biggest reason why the Dolphins kind of struggle on the road in areas where the crowd's in it, like in Germany, like in Philly, like in Buffalo, and like the Jets game today, because it's loud. So Mike McDaniel takes a little too long to get the play calls in. We have to call a timeout, so take him to delay a game. Tua can't, snap the ball when the motion's where he wants it, so that's kind of off. There's things that they need to work on still, but the fact that the Dolphins defense is playing as lights out as it is, and the Dolphins offense still scored about 14 points, 21 points, is a good sign. But now the offense, it's like the offense was ahead of the defense, and now the defense kind of caught up to the offense. It's like this back and forth. We need an even keel on all facets of the game. But like I said, we get a nice little rest here, mini bye. Then we got Washington. Then we got Tennessee Monday night. So we get another little stretch of rest there. These next 3 games after Washington are home. Tennessee at home, Jets at home, Cowboys at home. So it's got to get it together. We win these next 3 games. Huge. But let's enjoy this win. Fortunately, we lost one of our guys. Hopefully, fast recovery. Like I showed you, Bosa had the same injury, and he bounced back. Hey, Jalen Phillips, call Aaron Rodgers. They owe us one. See what he did. But I'll see you guys tomorrow with the deeper dive. You're also going to get a best of tonight from the live stream. So tomorrow, deeper dive. And then, because it's all out of whack, you might also get a film breakdown on Sunday. Or I might wait till Monday to give you the film breakdown. I don't know. Playing on a Friday threw everything out of whack. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Like usual, stay classy and fins out.